Hey guys, we are back for another video. So we are getting some more information, honey, on Porsha Underground Railroad 365. Okay. So let's let our intro play and we got to come back and talk about it because Porsha is a hot funky mess, y'all. So we got to talk about this. So let's let our intro play and then we'll come back and talk about it.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh?
Yes. So much information is coming out with regards to Porsha, with regards to what we think is going on, and also what is really going on. So I'm going to drop this little nugget and I'm not going to say much more about it until we get more information. But from everything that we saw, Porsha has been looking like she's going through and making us think that Simon cheated on her. Well, this is what I want to say, and I'll talk about it more in detail when I get more information. Um, but I want to get into these leaked text messages. But I just want to talk about this really quickly, and then I'll elaborate once more information come out. So it's been stated in the streets that Porsha is the one that is actually allegedly messing with some married man, and somehow Simon found out, whatever. But anywho, the woman that we're seeing him with is, I don't know if he's trying to make Porsha jealous or whatever, but they're saying that she was the one. So I don't know about that just yet, but I'm just telling y'all what the streets are saying. But I want to get into these leaked text messages that was provided because Porsha is messy, honey. And I don't know if she's trying to do all of this to make her name buzz for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, but she definitely got some tricks up her sleeve. I did a video earlier with regards to Nene Leakes, one of the stars of Real Housewives of Atlanta. She hasn't been on the show in about 4 years, but she came out and said that Porsha actually lied on her, went to a production company and said that they had a problem with each other. When we have saw her and Porsha go on double dates, we have saw them eating together. We've saw them multiple times on social media. So Nene is stating that Porsha lied on her and basically tried to get her fired from a job. It didn't quite work out like that, but we have some more information on that situation. And also, what is potentially going on between her and Simon. It is so many rumors swirling that we're just trying to keep up with all of this foolery, but it is definitely confirmed that her and Simon were just together when the week before she filed for this divorce. So is it a storyline? Is it real? Is Porsha messing around with a married man? A lot of stuff is swirling here. You know, a video was circulating with Simon and some woman by the name of Body by Jay online, and people were like saying, wow, you know, Simon is messing around with this woman, and it's so obvious because the lady is liking his, pictures, and he's liking her pictures. They're following each other. It was just so obvious, and everybody is like, is Simon messing around with this woman? And then we see a media headline that Simon is messing around with this woman. So much is going on. We noticed that Simon has posted, I think the last time I checked, maybe 40 posts since the filing Porsha filed for this divorce. So many moving parts here, and it's so much information that's coming out. And people are wondering, like, what in the hell is going on? But there's a lot of information that's coming out with regards to what really happened with them. And I'm going to save that for another video. But what I want to speak specifically about today, want to speak about Porsha. So if you guys have been watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta for any amount of time, we know that Porsha can seem a little slow. But in fact, we've saw her in certain circumstances where she has just lied about a bunch of stuff and just never took accountability. Let's start with the situation about her and Candy and the stuff that was said about Candy, and then Porsha pretty much threw Phaedra under the bus and just never took accountability for that. You guys got to stay with me. So with the situation right now, we're trying to figure out, is Porsha really a liar? Has she set up these things to really make herself look like the Bravo Leverty? That's what Nene called her. So there's a lot of information coming out, and it's proven that Porsha is a little liar here. And we're going to show those text messages toward the end. If you recall this picture that was circulating, this came from the Shade Room. And what the Shade Room did is they matched up Simon's background to the lady Body by Jay. And everybody was saying he and this lady are together. They're on a yacht together, if you guys recall. As more information is starting to come out, we are wondering, is Porsha and Simon Guobadia, are they really? Well, we know she filed for divorce because those documents, you can pretty much get those offline. But is this set up for a storyline? Nene Leakes came out today and stated that Porsha Williams lied on her and stated that Nene and Porsha had gotten into some situation, and Nene was totally oblivious because she had been, hanging around Porsha. She stated after she found out about Porsha's divorce, she said she didn't call her, which I totally understand. Sometimes when people are going through stuff, sometimes you just want to, give them a break. You don't want to seem nosy, you're trying to call people and, find out their business and things like that. So Nene said, she gave Porsha her space, but one of the things that Nene said, if you guys recall, Nene and Porsha and Simon and Naomi, which is Nene's boyfriend, they have hung out lots of times. I saw the pictures. I'm sure you guys have. So Nene made a interesting point. And I'm going to let it play out so you guys can hear exactly what she said, which regards to Porsha and Simon, which is leading me to believe that Porsha is definitely a liar. And, it's information that's coming out. And then we're going to get into the text messages.
Disappointed that Porsha would go to any company and say that she's had issues with me and we cannot work together. That is a lie. I text her. So it's not like I'm doing this video, I didn't text her. I text her. And she sent me a text back saying that she's going through her divorce and I didn't reach out to little sis. Are you serious? You and your husband were just happy and smiling in Dubai. I thought you guys were having a fight and maybe you guys are going to get back together. I don't know what y'all personal business are. I don't want to be nosy, okay? I don't want to invade your privacy. Maybe you need some time. I don't know what you need. I was happy to see her and talk to her and chop it up then. I don't want to pry. Yes, Yanni and Simon are hanging out together, but that has nothing to do with me. I'm not hanging out with Simon. Yanni's hanging out with Simon. I can't change this relationship. Sad.
Okay, guys, so before we get into these text messages that's on the screen, I want to go back to what Nene said. Nene said, I just had saw you guys and you guys were fine. She said, so I thought maybe you guys had a fight and you were going to get back together. She went on to say pretty much that she didn't know their business, but figured out that everything was fine because they were just together. So think about it. What the hell happened that caused you guys to, well, not you guys, but caused Porsha to file for bankruptcy? I keep saying bankruptcy. Well, I guess because they keep saying Simon is broke, right? But caused Porsha to file for divorce, but they were just together. I don't know if you guys have, when you're around people, you can tell the energy. So, what the hell happened? Well, let's tackle one thing at a time. So I got these messages here, and this I got it from straight from the A Michelle. So give her a shout out. I do watch other YouTubers sometimes, especially on the weekends. I really don't get a chance to do it, watch them during the day. I'm sorry, during the weekday, but I thought this was very interesting. And if you guys can see this, these were text messages between Porsha and Nene Leakes. Now, pay close attention that Nene did come out and do a video today about the situation with her and Porsha, but let's just jump into what this text messages say. Nene says, "Hey Porsha, I hope you are doing well. I'm shocked to hear that we have issues and you didn't want to work with me. Wow, just wow. We have double dated a few times, Vegas, Miami, your home, etc. It's sad to hear. We have hung out in Dubai. You were texting me about housewives. This is sad. So keep in mind, she was texting her about housewives. So wasn't that recently?" She said, "We are Black women that need to work together, not stopping each other from working." Now, if you guys already recall, Nene already had a situation where she said she felt that she was being blocked in that whole situation with Bravo. So I was like, wow, this is kind of crazy. Like, why would Porsha do this? Well, Nene has provided the text messages. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Porsha says, "Yeah, all of that. And through all of this, and this is your first text. How, who, and how the F do you not even check on little sis? Enough said. You choose a side. You chose a side. And I'm good with that. Poor people weird as F." She can't even spell weird. Okay. But anyways, so this is the next point I wanted to speak about. It is being also stated that Porsha is the one that's messing with an alleged married man. So think about it. She's saying you choose a side. You chose a side. If the man is cheating on her, what do you mean you chose a side? I mean, I don't know who's siding with a cheater. So I think there's more information that's coming out, and people are also stating that Porsha is probably doing this to Nene because Nene's boyfriend and Simon is good friends. Therefore, Nene may know exactly the reason as to what's really going on. But they're saying Porsha wants to play the victim and utilize this for her storyline. So Simon may not be, I don't want to say as bad as we thought, but they're saying it is way more to this story than what meets the eye. So Nene says, "You are wrong in every way. You went extremely too far. Nothing you are saying is valid enough to go to a production company and say you do not want to work with Nene because we have issues in the past. I gave you your space. I didn't, I can't read the rest. Wait a minute. Says, I gave you your space. Oh, I didn't want to invade your privacy. I didn't want to seem nosy. I waited until I wanted to wait until I see you in person. I was excited about working with you. As far as Naomi and Simon are concerned, they have their own relationship, and I have nothing to do with that. I only speak to Simon and keep it moving." So that is the end of that message. And I believe after that, the colors changed, which means that Nene was blocked. So you are you guys following me here? Porsha in this personality is giving borderline. I'm childish, I'm immature, and I'm a snake because I'm gonna go behind your back and do anything I can, but when confronted, I'm going to make up a bullshit story because listen to this. Nene has no obligation to be in grown ass people business. Whatever goes on between Porsha and her husband, Nene taking a side, yeah, that's not what it is. But people are saying it is because Porsha is messing around with somebody's husband and Simon found out. So, y'all, it's a lot of moving parts to this Porsha Williams story here. While we know that Simon Guobadia has had a bunch of wives and all of that, we know that to be true. But this one right here on the screen, she is not innocent, and a lot of it is orchestrated by her. Now, it is being alleged that Porsha is messing with somebody's husband. Now, get this. That wouldn't be too far-fetched. If somebody said it, I mean, is that far-fetched? So there's more information to this story. Even with this situation with her and Nene, she practically told the production company that her and Nene had a problem when they really didn't. But in text messages, she's telling Nene, you choose a side. Choosing a side because Nene's boyfriend and Simon are friends. Isn't that very childish? So she wants everyone to break up with Simon because she allegedly is messing around with someone's husband, and they're saying that Simon found out, and this is his way of possibly getting back at her. Y'all, this is crazy, but I'm just gonna keep, updating y'all and giving y'all the information. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Also, make sure you enable your bell notification so you do not miss out on a video.